The provided data suggests a bullish trend for Bitcoin. The price has shown an upward trajectory in recent weeks, with a forecast indicating further growth. Considering this positive outlook and the price action, a long-term investment strategy appears to be appropriate. We can enter a long position at the current price of $99,800, setting a stop-loss order at $92,300.64, the identified support price, to mitigate potential downside risk. Our target price should be $103,000, based on the forecast and the potential for further price appreciation. This strategy capitalizes on the anticipated bullish momentum while managing risk through a well-defined stop-loss. Based on the provided price information for Bitcoin Cash, a medium-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The historical price data demonstrates a clear upward trend, with prices consistently moving higher over the past 2 weeks. This upward momentum is further supported by the forecast, which predicts continued price growth in the coming week. The support price of $538.80 indicates a strong level of buying interest, suggesting that any dips in price are likely to be short-lived. Therefore, I recommend adopting a long position in Bitcoin Cash. An ideal entry point would be around $600, slightly below the current price, allowing for a small margin of safety. The stop loss should be set at $580, just below the recent support level, to limit potential losses. The target price could be set at $650, aligning with the upper end of the forecast and capturing potential upside potential. This medium-term strategy allows for participation in the anticipated upward price movement while managing risk effectively. Based on the provided price history and forecast for stacks, a medium-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The historical prices show a clear upward trend, with the recent price hovering around $2.65. The forecast predicts continued growth, reaching up to $2.92 in the coming weeks. This suggests a bullish outlook for stacks in the medium term. Therefore, I recommend a long position in stacks. A strategic entry point would be around $2.68, aligning with the first forecast price. To manage risk, set a stop-loss order at $2.42, slightly below the recent support level of $2.419. This provides a cushion against potential price reversals. The target price should be set at $2.90, aiming to capture a significant portion of the anticipated price increase. This strategy allows for capital appreciation while mitigating potential losses. Given the provided Ethereum price history and forecast, a medium-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The historical price data demonstrates a clear upward trend, with recent fluctuations settling around the $3,800 level. The forecast suggests continued growth, with prices potentially reaching $4,350 in the coming weeks. This indicates a bullish outlook for Ethereum in the medium term. Therefore, a long position is recommended. A suitable entry price would be around $3,850, allowing for a buffer below the current market price. The stop loss should be set at $3,750, a level below the recent support price, to mitigate potential losses. The target price could be set at $4,200, aiming to capture a significant portion of the forecasted price increase. This strategy balances risk and reward, capitalizing on the anticipated upward momentum while protecting against potential market reversals. Given the price trends and forecast for Ripple, a medium-term investment strategy appears promising. The historical prices demonstrate a general upward trajectory, with recent fluctuations suggesting a consolidation phase. The forecast indicates continued upward momentum, with prices potentially reaching $2.89 within the next week. Considering these factors, a long position on Ripple is recommended. An ideal entry price would be around $2.42, aligning with the current price and providing a buffer below the recent support level. A stop loss at $2.2886, slightly below the support price, would safeguard against unexpected price drops. The target price should be set at $2.80, aiming to capture a significant portion of the forecasted price increase while allowing for some potential price fluctuations. This strategy balances risk and reward, capitalizing on the anticipated upward movement in Ripple over the medium term. Based on the provided price history and forecast for Binance Coin, a medium-term bullish investment strategy appears most suitable. The historical price data reveals an upward trend, with recent price movements fluctuating around the $700 mark. The forecast further suggests a continuation of this upward momentum, with prices projected to reach above $780 within the next week. This indicates a strong potential for capital appreciation in the medium term. Therefore, a long position on Binance Coin is recommended. An ideal entry price would be around $730, aligning with the current price and the support level. A stop loss could be set at $710 to mitigate potential downside risk. The target price should be set at $780, capitalizing on the forecasted price increase. This strategy allows for a healthy risk-reward ratio and aligns with the bullish outlook for Binance Coin in the medium term. Given the historical price data and the forecast for Stellar, a medium-term investment strategy with a long position appears to be the most suitable. The historical prices show a general upward trend, although with some fluctuations. The forecast indicates continued growth in the coming weeks, suggesting a bullish outlook. The current price is situated near the support level, providing a potential entry point for a long position. To execute this strategy, an entry price of 50 cents would be appropriate, aligning with the recent price action and the forecast. The stop loss should be set at $0.487 to minimize potential losses if the price drops unexpectedly. The target price should be set at $0.575, which is aligned with the highest forecast price, allowing for a reasonable profit margin. This medium-term approach allows for capital appreciation while mitigating risk through a well-defined stop loss. Given the price trends and forecast for Toncoin, a medium-term investment strategy appears to be the most suitable approach. The historical prices show a generally upward trend, with recent fluctuations suggesting consolidation before a potential breakout. The forecast indicates continued upward movement, with prices potentially reaching $7.26 in the coming weeks. Therefore, a long position in Toncoin is recommended. A conservative entry price could be around $6.80, allowing you to buy in at a price slightly below the current market value and near the recent resistance level. A stop loss could be placed at $6.60 to limit potential downside risk, while a target price of $7.20 would allow you to capitalize on the projected price increase. This strategy balances risk and reward, aiming to profit from the anticipated upward momentum of Toncoin over the medium term. Based on the historical price data and the provided forecast for Cardano, a bullish investment strategy appears promising. The price has shown a consistent upward trend over the past 2 weeks, and the forecast suggests continued growth in the coming week. The current price is hovering near the support price, indicating a potential buying opportunity. Therefore, I recommend a long-term investment strategy with an entry price around $1.18, the current price. The stop loss should be set at $1.1597, the support price, to limit potential losses. The target price can be set at $1.30, aligning with the highest predicted price in the forecast, allowing for substantial profit potential while riding the upward momentum of Cardano. This strategy capitalizes on the positive price trends and forecast, aiming for long-term gains as Cardano potentially continues its upward trajectory. Based on the Litecoin price data, the historical price shows a clear upward trend, with recent price fluctuations around the $130 to $140 range. The forecast price suggests continued upward momentum, potentially reaching $144 within the next week. This positive trend, coupled with the support price of $131.07 and the resistance price of $136.06, indicates a favorable environment for a long-term investment strategy. Therefore, I recommend a long position on Litecoin. The entry price should be around $133, slightly below the current price and above the support level. This allows for a margin of safety while still capturing potential upside. The stop loss should be set at $131.07, the support price, to limit potential losses. The target price can be set at $144, aligning with the highest forecast price, offering a significant potential return. This strategy capitalizes on the positive price momentum and aims for a substantial profit within a medium-term timeframe. Based on the provided price information for STRK, a bullish investment strategy appears promising. The historical price data shows a consistent upward trend, with the price recently breaking above significant resistance levels. The forecast further supports this bullish outlook, predicting continued price increases over the next week. This suggests that STRK is poised for further gains, making it an attractive investment opportunity for those seeking short to medium-term profits. Considering this bullish sentiment, a long position in STRK is recommended. An ideal entry price would be around $4.15, slightly below the current price, allowing for a potential entry point at a more favorable price. A stop-loss order could be placed at $4.05 to limit potential losses in case the price reverses unexpectedly. The target price could be set at $4.60, aiming to capture a significant portion of the anticipated price increase. This strategy aligns with a short to medium-term investment horizon, allowing investors to benefit from the expected price appreciation while managing risk through a well-defined stop-loss order. Given the price trends and forecast for Aptos, a moderately aggressive investment strategy would focus on a short-term approach to take advantage of the upward momentum. The historical prices show a consistent upward trajectory, with the current price hovering near its forecast and close to the support level of $13.62. The resistance is at $14.64, indicating that there is still room for upward movement. In this scenario, a long position is advisable to capitalize on the potential for a price increase towards the resistance level. For this strategy, an entry price of $14 would be ideal, aligning with the forecasted price. The stop loss should be set at $13.65 to protect against any unexpected price dips below the support level. The target price should be set at $14.60, allowing you to take profits before the price potentially encounters resistance. This short-term investment approach allows you to capitalize on the anticipated price increase while managing risk through a well-defined stop loss and target price. The current price trend for SE shows a generally upward trajectory. The recent price history indicates a consistent climb, with the price hovering around the resistance level of $0.7055. The forecast price for the next week suggests continued upward momentum, with prices potentially reaching as high as $0.745. Given this positive outlook, a long-term investment strategy is recommended. A long position should be initiated at the current market price, around $0.693. The stop-loss order should be placed below the recent support level, at $0.653, to limit potential losses. The target price should be set at $0.745, aligning with the highest forecasted price, allowing for substantial profit potential as the market continues its upward trend. Based on the provided price history and forecast for Ethereum Classic, a medium-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The historical prices demonstrate a consistent upward trend, indicating underlying bullish sentiment. The forecast further reinforces this, suggesting continued price growth over the next week. The current price is close to the support level, presenting a potential buying opportunity. Therefore, an investment strategy would involve taking a long position in Ethereum Classic. A conservative entry price could be set at $34, aligning with the recent price action and providing a buffer below the current market price. The stop loss should be placed at $33.89, the identified support level, to limit potential losses. The target price could be set at $38.64, the resistance level, allowing for a potential profit of approximately $12%. This strategy capitalizes on the anticipated price increase while managing risk through a well-defined stop loss. Polygon's historical price data reveals a generally upward trend, with recent price fluctuations indicating volatility. The forecast price suggests continued growth in the coming week, reaching as high as $0.766. Considering this positive outlook and the support price at $0.6558, a long position seems favorable. To mitigate risk, we should set a stop-loss order at $0.6558, below the support price. This ensures that potential losses are limited if the price unexpectedly drops. The target price should be set at $0.766, aligning with the highest forecasted price, allowing us to capture the maximum potential gains. This investment strategy adopts a medium-term perspective, aiming to capitalize on the predicted upward trend in Polygon. While short-term fluctuations are inevitable, the overall positive forecast and the defined stop-loss and target prices provide a framework for managing risk and maximizing potential returns. AEVO shows a positive trend based on the historical price data and the provided forecast. The price has been steadily increasing, and the forecast suggests further growth in the coming weeks. The support price is at $0.5297, providing a safety net for potential price dips. The resistance price is at $0.6258, indicating a potential ceiling for the upward movement. Considering these factors, a long-term investment strategy appears promising. To execute this strategy, we would aim to enter a long position at the current market price, which is slightly below the resistance level. The stop loss would be placed below the support price, at $0.525 to minimize potential losses. The target price would be set at 63 cents, aiming to capture a significant portion of the projected upward movement. This strategy capitalizes on the positive price trend and forecast while managing risk effectively. Optimism's recent price history shows a general upward trend, with prices fluctuating around the $2.50 to $2.70 range. The forecast predicts continued growth, reaching up to $2.92 in the coming weeks. Considering this positive outlook and the relatively low volatility, a long-term investment strategy appears promising. Therefore, I recommend entering a long position at the current price around $2.67, with a stop-loss set at $2.587, the support price, to minimize potential losses. The target price should be set at $2.907, the resistance price, aiming to capitalize on the predicted price increase. This strategy allows for a balanced approach, mitigating risk while maximizing potential returns in the medium to long term. Based on the provided price history and forecast for STRK, a medium-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The historical data shows a clear upward trend, with the price consistently rising over the past few weeks. The forecast further supports this bullish outlook, predicting continued price increases over the next week. This suggests that STRK is likely to experience further growth in the coming weeks, making it a good candidate for a medium-term investment. Considering this, a long position in STRK is recommended. An ideal entry price would be around $0.725, slightly above the recent high and close to the resistance level. Setting a stop loss at $0.715, slightly below the support level, would help mitigate potential downside risk. The target price should be set at $0.842, aligning with the highest forecasted price, allowing for a healthy profit margin if the bullish trend continues. This strategy capitalizes on the expected upward momentum of STRK while managing risk through a well-defined stop loss. Given the price trends and forecast for Solana, a medium-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The historical prices demonstrate a recent consolidation phase with some upward momentum, while the forecast suggests a continuation of this upward trend. Although the price has touched its support level of $230.53, it has bounced back, indicating potential buying pressure. The resistance level of $243.25 presents a potential target for the medium-term investment. Therefore, a long position is recommended. An ideal entry price would be around $236, aligning with the recent consolidation and providing a reasonable margin of safety. The stop loss should be placed at $230, slightly below the support level, to minimize potential losses. The target price should be set at $243, aiming to capture the anticipated price increase towards the resistance level. This strategy allows for a balanced approach, capitalizing on the potential upward movement while managing risk effectively. Based on the provided information for Jupiter, a short-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The price history demonstrates a generally upward trend, with recent fluctuations suggesting potential for further growth. The forecast indicates continued upward momentum, with prices expected to reach $1.44 within the next week. This aligns with the resistance level of $1.4413, suggesting a potential ceiling for the immediate future. Considering this, a long position would be recommended. A strategic entry point could be around $1.35, aligning with the current price and the forecast's initial projected price. A stop loss at $1.30 would safeguard against unexpected price drops. The target price should be set at $1.43, allowing for profit-taking before reaching the anticipated resistance level. This approach capitalizes on the short-term bullish momentum while managing risk effectively. Based on the provided price history and forecast for render, a bullish strategy appears most suitable. The historical data shows a clear upward trend, with the price consistently increasing over the past 2 weeks. The forecast further strengthens this bullish outlook, predicting continued price growth over the next week. This suggests that render is likely to experience further appreciation in the near term. Considering this, a long position in render is recommended. An ideal entry price would be around $9.80, slightly below the current price and near the support level. This allows for a margin of safety while still capturing potential upside. The stop-loss order should be placed at $8.85, below the recent support level, to limit potential losses. The target price could be set at $11, aligning with the upper end of the forecast and representing a healthy profit margin. This strategy capitalizes on the anticipated upward momentum of render while managing risk effectively. Based on the provided price history and forecast for Solana name service, an investment strategy focused on the long side appears to be the most suitable. The historical price data reveals an overall upward trend, with the price consistently making higher highs and higher lows. The current price is positioned near the support level of $0.3425, indicating a potential buying opportunity. The forecast further reinforces this bullish outlook, projecting continued price increases towards $0.448 in the coming weeks. Therefore, an aggressive investment strategy would involve entering a long position at the current price of around $0.348, with a stop loss set at $0.3425 to minimize potential losses. The target price could be set at $0.448, aligning with the highest forecasted price, allowing for a substantial profit potential. This strategy capitalizes on the positive price momentum and the favorable forecast, aiming to capture a significant portion of the anticipated upward movement in Solana name service. Based on the provided price data and forecast for Doge-Coin, a medium-term investment strategy appears to be the most suitable. The historical price data demonstrates a recent upward trend, with the current price hovering near the upper end of the recent range. The forecast indicates continued upward momentum, with prices projected to rise steadily over the next week. This suggests that Doge-Coin is poised for further gains in the coming weeks. Therefore, a long position is recommended to capitalize on this anticipated price appreciation. An ideal entry price would be around 43 cents, aligning with the current price and the upward trend. A stop loss could be set at 41 cents to mitigate potential downside risk. The target price should be set at 50 cents, a conservative target that allows for a healthy profit margin while factoring in potential market volatility. This strategy aims to capture a portion of the projected price increase over the medium term, taking advantage of the current bullish sentiment surrounding Doge-Coin. Based on the provided PEPE price information, a short-term investment strategy appears promising. The historical prices demonstrate a general upward trend, with recent fluctuations suggesting potential volatility. The forecast predicts continued growth, reaching a peak around $0.0000269. This suggests an opportunity to enter a long position, capitalizing on the anticipated price increase. Considering the price trends and forecast, an ideal entry point would be around $0.0000216, aligning with the recent price action and providing a buffer below the support level. A stop-loss order could be placed at $0.0000204 to mitigate potential downside risk. The target price should be set at $0.0000269, aiming to capture the anticipated peak price as predicted by the forecast. This strategy allows for a relatively aggressive short-term investment with a defined risk profile and potential for significant returns within a limited timeframe. Given the price trends and forecast for SHIB, an aggressive investment strategy would focus on a short-term approach to take advantage of the relatively stable upward momentum. The historical prices show a consistent upward trajectory, with the current price close to its forecast and near the support level of $0.0000258. The resistance is at $0.0000328, indicating that there is still some room for upward movement. In this scenario, a long position is advisable to capitalize on the potential for a price increase towards the resistance level. Therefore, a suitable investment strategy for SHIB would be to enter a long position at the current market price, around $0.0000308. The stop loss should be placed at $0.0000258, slightly below the support level, to minimize potential losses. The target price could be set at $0.0000328, aiming to capture the potential price increase towards the resistance level. This strategy allows for potential profit from the upward price movement while mitigating risk through a well-defined stop loss. Based on the provided price information for Dog with Hat, a short-term bullish investment strategy appears to be the most suitable approach. The historical price data shows an overall upward trend, with recent price fluctuations hovering around the support price of $3.428. The forecast price suggests continued upward momentum, with prices potentially reaching $4.11 in the coming weeks. This positive outlook, coupled with the relatively low current price, presents an opportunity for investors to capitalize on the potential for price appreciation. Therefore, an aggressive short-term investment strategy would involve entering a long position at the current market price, close to $3.29. A stop-loss order should be placed at $3.18, slightly below the recent lows and the support price, to mitigate potential downside risk. The target price could be set at $3.89, aligning with the highest historical price and providing a substantial profit margin if the forecast proves accurate. This strategy aims to take advantage of the short-term bullish momentum in Dog with Hat while managing risk through a well-defined stop-loss order. Based on the provided price information for Doge-Coin, a short-term investment strategy appears to be the most suitable approach. The historical price data shows a recent upward trend, but the forecast indicates a potential pullback in the coming week. The current price is relatively close to its support level, suggesting that a short-term correction might be on the horizon. Therefore, an aggressive short-term strategy would involve entering a short position at the current price of $0.00965. The stop loss should be set at $0.00989, slightly above the current price, to limit potential losses. The target price should be set at $0.00919, the support level, aiming to capture the anticipated price decline. This strategy capitalizes on the potential for a short-term correction while mitigating risk through a well-defined stop loss. Based on the provided information for NEAR protocol, an investment strategy focused on a long-term perspective appears to be the most promising. The historical price data reveals a general upward trend, with recent price fluctuations indicating potential volatility. The forecast price also suggests continued growth over the next week, aligning with the long-term bullish outlook. The support price of $7.406 provides a solid foundation, while the resistance price of $8.02 presents an opportunity for potential price appreciation. Therefore, a long position in NEAR protocol is recommended for a long-term investment strategy. An entry price around $7.60, slightly above the current price and below the resistance level, would be suitable. The stop loss should be set at $7.40, just below the support price, to minimize potential losses. The target price can be set at $8.50, based on the forecast price and potential for further growth. This strategy aims to capitalize on the long-term bullish momentum of Near protocol while managing risk effectively. Given the price trends and forecast for Internet Computer, a medium-term investment strategy would be most suitable. The historical prices show a gradual upward trend, with recent fluctuations indicating consolidation. The forecast predicts continued growth, with prices potentially reaching $16 in the coming week. The support price at $13.785 provides a safety net, while the resistance at $15.207 presents a potential ceiling for the short term. Therefore, a long position on Internet Computer is recommended for a medium-term investment strategy. An entry price of $14.50 would allow you to buy in at a relatively attractive price, considering the current market conditions and the forecast. The stop loss should be set at $13.80, below the support price, to minimize potential losses. The target price should be set at $15.50, aiming to capitalize on the potential price increase towards the resistance level. This strategy allows for a balance between risk and reward, aiming to capitalize on the expected growth of Internet Computer while mitigating potential downsides. Based on the provided injective price history and forecast, a medium-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The historical prices demonstrate a general upward trend, with recent fluctuations around the $31 to $33 price range. The forecast predicts continued upward movement, reaching $35 within the next week. This suggests a bullish outlook for injective in the short to medium term. Considering this, a long position is recommended. An ideal entry price would be around $32, allowing for some buffer below the current price. A stop loss could be set at $31.74, the support price, to limit potential downside risk. The target price could be set at $34.15, the resistance price, aiming to capture a significant portion of the anticipated upward movement. This strategy balances risk and reward, capitalizing on the positive price trend while protecting against potential reversals. Based on the provided BTC price information, a medium-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The historical price data reveals an overall upward trend, with recent fluctuations suggesting consolidation rather than a strong bearish signal. The forecast price indicates continued upward movement, reaching $777 in the coming weeks. The support price at $604.30 acts as a safety net, while the resistance at $707.20 signifies the potential ceiling for the near future. Considering this, a long position in BTC is recommended for a medium-term investment horizon of approximately $2 to $4 weeks. The entry price should be around $650, a price point slightly above the recent consolidation and below the resistance level. A stop-loss order can be placed at $604.30, aligning with the support price, to minimize potential losses. The target price should be set at $700, aiming to capture a significant portion of the anticipated upward movement before reaching the resistance level. This strategy balances risk and reward, allowing for potential profits while mitigating potential downsides. Based on the provided information about THETA network, a medium-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The 2-week price history demonstrates an overall upward trend, with recent price fluctuations suggesting consolidation. The forecast predicts continued upward momentum, reaching $3.58 within the next week. However, the resistance level at $3.16 suggests potential for a pullback before further significant gains. Therefore, a long position is recommended. An entry price of $3.05, slightly below the current price, allows for a margin of safety. The stop loss should be set at $2.98, protecting against a sharp decline. The target price should be $3.34, aligning with the higher end of the forecast and providing a reasonable return potential. This strategy aims to capitalize on the expected upward trend while mitigating risk through a well-defined stop loss. Given the price trends and forecast for WorldCoin, a moderately aggressive investment strategy would focus on a short to medium-term approach to capitalize on the anticipated upward momentum. The historical prices show a general upward trend, with the current price hovering near the support level of $2.537. The forecast suggests WorldCoin could rise from its current price to approximately $4.49 within the next week. This indicates a bullish outlook in the short to medium term, making a long position the most suitable strategy to capitalize on the potential for a price increase. An ideal entry price for this strategy would be around $3.27, aligning with the recent price action and offering a potential upside towards the forecast target. A stop loss should be set at $3 to protect against any unexpected price reversals. The target price could be set at $4, allowing for a significant profit margin while still leaving room for further price appreciation. This strategy balances risk and reward, aiming to capture a substantial portion of the anticipated price increase in WorldCoin over the next few weeks. Given the historical price trends of Hooked Protocol and its forecast, a medium-term investment strategy appears most suitable. The price has shown a consistent upward trajectory over the past 2 weeks, reaching its recent peak at $0.679. While the forecast suggests a continued upward movement, reaching approximately $0.731 in the next week, it's prudent to adopt a medium-term perspective to allow for potential price fluctuations and consolidation. Therefore, a long position on Hooked Protocol is recommended for a medium-term investment strategy. An ideal entry price would be around $0.669, slightly below the current price, allowing for a potential dip before entering the position. The stop loss should be set at $0.628, the recent support level, to minimize potential losses. The target price could be set at $0.718, aligning with the highest forecasted price, offering a healthy profit margin. This strategy balances risk and reward, capitalizing on the bullish trend while mitigating potential downsides. Based on the provided data for Artificial Superintelligence Alliance, a bullish investment strategy appears promising. The historical price data demonstrates a clear upward trend, with the price consistently increasing over the past 2 weeks. The forecast price further strengthens this bullish outlook, projecting continued price growth in the coming week. The support price of $1.907 provides a solid foundation for potential buying opportunities, while the resistance price of $2.132 suggests that there is still room for upward movement. Therefore, I recommend a long-term investment strategy with an entry price at $2.06, aligning with the recent price action and the forecast. A stop loss should be placed at $1.95 to mitigate risk in case of a sudden price reversal. The target price should be set at $2.29, which represents a conservative upside potential based on the forecast. This strategy capitalizes on the positive price momentum and aims for consistent growth over the medium to long term. Given the price trends and forecast for Polkadot, a medium-term investment strategy appears to be the most suitable. The historical prices show a consistent upward trajectory, with the current price hovering around the support level of $9.872. The forecast indicates a continued upward movement, with prices potentially reaching $12 in the coming weeks. Therefore, a long position is recommended to capitalize on this potential price appreciation. An ideal entry price would be around $9.95, slightly above the current support level, allowing for a small buffer against immediate price fluctuations. The stop loss should be set at $9.70, below the support level, to protect against any unexpected downward movement. The target price should be set at $11.50, aiming to capture a significant portion of the projected price increase while leaving room for potential further growth. This strategy balances risk and reward, allowing for potential profits while minimizing potential losses in the medium term. Given the price trends and forecast for Filecoin, a medium-term investment strategy appears promising. The historical prices demonstrate a consistent upward trajectory, with the current price hovering near the support level of $7.258. The forecast predicts a further increase in price, reaching as high as $9.02 in the coming weeks. This suggests a bullish outlook for Filecoin in the medium term. Therefore, an investment strategy based on a long position is recommended. A suitable entry price would be around $7.70, slightly above the current price and close to the support level. The stop loss should be set at $7.25, below the support level, to mitigate potential downside risks. The target price could be set at $8.50, aligning with the forecast and allowing for a healthy profit margin. This strategy capitalizes on the anticipated upward momentum of Filecoin while managing risk effectively. Based on the provided conflux data, a bullish investment strategy appears favorable. The historical price demonstrates an upward trend, with recent fluctuations around the 25 cents mark. The forecast indicates continued growth, reaching $0.273 within the next week. This suggests that conflux is poised for further gains. The support price at $0.2282 provides a safety net, minimizing downside risk. Therefore, a long position is recommended. An entry price of $0.251, slightly below the current price, allows for potential upside while mitigating immediate risk. The stop loss should be set at $0.242, aligning with a recent support level. The target price is set at 27 cents, capitalizing on the projected price increase while offering a reasonable profit margin. This strategy capitalizes on the bullish momentum and potential for continued growth in conflux. Ethereum name service shows an overall upward trend with recent price fluctuations. The forecast predicts continued growth, reaching $49 in the coming week. Considering the bullish trend and the forecast, a long-term investment strategy appears promising. The current price sits near the support level of $19.42, presenting a potential entry point. To manage risk, a stop-loss order should be placed below the support level at $19. This would limit potential losses if the price unexpectedly drops. The target price should be set at $45, aiming to capitalize on the predicted price increase. This strategy allows for potential profit while mitigating risk through a well-defined stop-loss level. The long-term perspective acknowledges the inherent volatility of the market but focuses on the potential for sustained growth in Ethereum name service. Based on the avalanche price information provided, a medium-term investment strategy appears to be the most suitable approach. The historical price data shows a clear upward trend, with recent consolidation around the $51 to $52 price range. The forecast price suggests continued upward momentum, reaching potentially as high as $56 in the coming weeks. This indicates a bullish outlook for Avalanche in the medium term. Therefore, a long position is recommended. The entry price should be set around $51.50, slightly below the current price, allowing for a small margin of safety. The stop loss should be placed at $50.36, the identified support price, to limit potential losses. The target price should be set at $56, aligning with the highest forecast price, aiming to capture the anticipated price appreciation. This strategy balances risk and reward, capitalizing on the bullish outlook while managing potential downside. Decane shows an upward trend with a recent surge in price. The forecast suggests continued growth, reaching $0.0675 over the next week. This positive outlook, combined with the support price at $0.05693, indicates a good opportunity for a long-term investment. Therefore, a long-term investment strategy is recommended for Decane. The entry price should be around $0.0648, slightly below the current price, allowing for some room for potential price correction. The stop loss should be placed at $0.05693, the support level, to minimize potential losses. The target price can be set at $0.07598, the resistance level, aiming to capitalize on the full potential of the upward trend. This strategy allows for a balanced approach, taking advantage of the bullish momentum while managing risk effectively. Based on the provided information for PENDLE, an investment strategy focused on a short-term perspective appears most suitable. The historical price data reveals an upward trend, with the price currently near its recent highs and close to the resistance level of $6.837. The forecast suggests further price increases, potentially reaching $7.19 in the coming weeks. This indicates a bullish outlook for PENDLE in the short term. Therefore, a long position is recommended to capitalize on this anticipated upward momentum. An ideal entry price would be around $6.35, aligning with the current price and allowing for potential growth. A stop-loss order should be placed at $6.10 to mitigate risk in case of an unexpected price reversal. The target price can be set at $7, aiming to secure profits before the price potentially reaches its resistance level. This strategy balances risk and reward, allowing for potential gains while minimizing potential losses in the short term. Given the price trends and forecast for the sandbox, a long-term investment strategy appears to be the most suitable approach. The historical prices demonstrate a consistent upward trend, with the current price hovering near its support level. The forecast indicates a continued upward trajectory, suggesting potential for further price appreciation in the long run. The support price of $0.2803 provides a safety net, while the resistance price of $0.9236 indicates that there is still room for upward movement. Therefore, a long position is advisable for this investment strategy. An entry price around 85 cents could be considered, allowing for a margin of safety below the current price and within the predicted range. The stop loss should be placed at 78 cents to protect against any unexpected price declines. The target price could be set at $1.10, aiming to capitalize on the projected upward momentum and potential for the sandbox to reach its resistance level. This long-term strategy allows for potential growth while mitigating risk through a well-defined stop loss. Given the provided price history and forecast for Decentraland, a medium-term investment strategy appears to be the most suitable approach. The historical data reveals a consistent upward trend, with recent price action showing strength and approaching the resistance level. The forecast further supports this bullish sentiment, projecting continued price appreciation over the next week. This suggests that Decentraland is poised for further gains in the medium term. Therefore, an investment strategy focused on a long position in Decentraland is recommended. An entry price around $0.768, near the current price, would allow you to capitalize on the upward momentum. A stop loss could be placed at $0.752, slightly below the recent support level, to mitigate risk. The target price could be set at $0.847, aligning with the highest projected forecast price, allowing for potential profit taking as the price approaches its resistance level. This strategy balances risk and reward, aiming to capitalize on the anticipated price appreciation of Decentraland in the medium term. Based on the provided information for ENG coin, a bullish investment strategy appears promising. The historical price data shows an upward trend, with recent fluctuations hovering around the $0.336 support level. The forecast predicts continued growth, reaching as high as $0.422 in the coming weeks. This positive outlook suggests a potential for capital appreciation. Therefore, I recommend a long position in ENG coin for a medium-term investment horizon. An ideal entry point would be around $0.340, slightly above the current price and the support level. A stop-loss order should be placed at $0.336 to mitigate potential downside risk. The target price could be set at $0.400, aiming to capture a significant portion of the forecasted price increase while allowing for some room for price fluctuations. This strategy capitalizes on the bullish momentum and aims for a balanced approach between risk and reward. Based on the provided price history and forecast for Uniswap, an investment strategy leaning towards a long position appears suitable. The historical price data reveals a generally upward trend, with recent fluctuations indicating consolidation around the $15 to $17 range. The forecast projects continued upward movement, suggesting potential for further gains. Considering this positive outlook and the forecast trajectory, a long-term investment perspective seems appropriate to capitalize on the potential for sustained growth. To execute this strategy, an entry price of $16 could be considered, aligning with the current price and providing a reasonable entry point. A stop loss at $14.50 would protect against significant downside risk, while a target price of $19 allows for a healthy profit margin should the forecast materialize. This approach balances risk and reward, aiming to capture the anticipated upward momentum in Uniswap while mitigating potential losses. Based on the provided data for Chainlink, a bullish investment strategy appears most suitable. The historical price shows a consistent upward trend, with recent fluctuations suggesting consolidation before a potential breakout. The forecast price indicates continued upward momentum, reaching $27 by the end of the period. This aligns with the price nearing its support level of $23.20, suggesting a potential bounce and further climb. Therefore, a long position on Chainlink is recommended. An aggressive entry point could be around $24, aligning with the recent price action and offering a margin of safety above the support level. The stop loss should be set at $23.20 to limit potential downside risk. The target price could be set at $26, capitalizing on the forecast and allowing for a healthy profit margin before reaching the resistance level of $25.82. This strategy capitalizes on the bullish momentum while managing risk effectively. Given the provided historical price data and forecast for Aave, a long-term investment strategy appears promising. The historical prices demonstrate a consistent upward trend, with the recent surge exceeding $280. The forecast further strengthens this bullish outlook, projecting continued price growth towards $319 in the coming weeks. Therefore, I recommend a long position in Aave. An ideal entry price would be around $280, aligning with the current price and recent surge. To manage risk, a stop loss at $265 could be implemented, protecting against potential short-term corrections. The target price should be set at $310, allowing for significant profit potential while acknowledging the potential for price fluctuations in the cryptocurrency market. This long-term strategy capitalizes on the positive price momentum and bullish forecast for Aave, aiming for substantial returns over an extended period. Based on the provided EOS data, a bullish investment strategy seems appropriate. The historical price shows a consistent upward trend, reaching $1.36 in the recent past. The forecast predicts further price increases, suggesting continued upward momentum. The current price is relatively close to the support level of $1.1158, indicating a strong base for potential growth. Considering this positive outlook, a long position is recommended. An ideal entry price would be around $1.33, slightly below the recent high of $1.36, allowing for a potential entry point at a slightly discounted price. The stop loss should be placed at $1.28 to protect against unexpected downward movements. The target price could be set at $1.47, aligning with the higher end of the forecast and offering a reasonable profit margin. This strategy capitalizes on the anticipated upward price movement of EOS, aiming for a short to medium-term gain. Given the price trends and forecast for Tron, a medium-term investment strategy would be suitable to capitalize on the potential for growth. The historical prices show a strong upward movement, with the recent price hovering near its support level of $0.2219. The forecast suggests a gradual increase towards $0.279, indicating a bullish outlook in the medium term. Therefore, a long position is advisable to benefit from the anticipated price increase. An entry price of $0.225, slightly above the support level, allows for a margin of safety. The stop loss should be set at $0.218 to protect against unexpected price drops. The target price can be set at $0.285, aiming to capture a significant portion of the potential upside movement while leaving room for further growth. Given the historical price data and the provided forecast for Suncoin, a medium-term investment strategy appears to be the most suitable approach. The historical prices show a fluctuating trend, with recent upward movement but also periods of decline. The forecast indicates a continued upward trajectory, suggesting potential for growth in the medium term. However, the price volatility necessitates a cautious approach. Therefore, an investment strategy focusing on a long position in Suncoin is recommended. The entry price should be set at $0.0265, slightly above the current price and below the predicted peak. A stop loss at $0.02434, the support price, would protect against significant price drops. The target price should be set at 3 cents, capitalizing on the forecasted upward movement while allowing for a reasonable profit margin. This strategy balances the potential for growth with risk management, aiming to capitalize on the medium-term positive outlook for Suncoin.